It's
going.
Alec?
Liru, for your information, was set up in the recon channel.
Yeah, it's
Wrong
alright,
LZ.
that's right. All
left your
units, you
channel.
are free to proceed. Let's get this show on the road.
Everybody spawns at LZ Alec.
Alright, I'm gonna jump up to the CSAT channel. They're
Yeah,
gonna be in
fucking
recon.
look at
Whatever.
LZ Baldwick. Liru, apparently somebody already spawned there and cleared the fucking military base.
Yeah, they're gonna get reinforced, so they better hold their asses.
And squads, once you're fucking set,
Anyway, hope you
proceed on
guys
to the
are
objective.
okay. Looks like one of the NATO teams already spawned in and decided to clear some shit, so that's already going to trigger a few things. This is gonna be a very big dynamic op, per se. So, it's gonna be a bit fun to do. I'm gonna be doing a lot of things at once, so I apologize if I'm not interacting too much, but I assure you this will be a pretty...
Remember, squad leaders, tell your squads that they will get an arsenal at the once the first objective is taken.
So we're sending those up. Main objective-wise, looks like all these guys just suicided, I guess, to
Yeah,
regroup
I'm just talking a
themselves.
lot because it's the setup.
We're still needing to add a few people in to the interface, but otherwise everything's looking good. Bit of an interesting choice of spawning. Grizzly, make sure again you tell them mission is a go.
Mission is a go, by the way, guys.
Deleting all the crap they're leaving around
Squads
in
reporting
base.
when you're ready.
But for the most part, there is a lot of objectives that need to be done. And this is what we're going to be doing the entire night.
Okay. I thought that's what you were doing.
Who are
Alright,
you?
we're
right
still
here
having
beside
some
me?
late joiners trickling, but the first objective, very simple. CSAT
Dreams, is
units
that you?
I don't think any vehicles
have
are
to
actually there.
defend this area while NATO pushes on 3 different flanks to try to take it. And then this spawn point will also factor into the next objective. So looking in here
Where
already,
did you spawn? Display.
What?
Where did you spawn?
LZ Alec. It's not letting me join Dreams, don't worry about it.
looks like they actually killed one of the guys over here, but this squad's getting out. I'm gonna check out what's going on. Their
All
skill level up
squads
a
that are
bit.
ready, move in.
1 casualty dealt. Medic system, by the way, for tonight is they just need a medic with a medikit to revive people.
If you're ready, move in, squads.
Not too hard. Should be very simple. Otherwise, I'm just going to try to manage these 3 fronts as best as I can. And we will see how tonight's op goes. But yes, I think NATO's going to get a bit of a hard time.
What role are you playing?
UAV operator.
Just had this car kind of drive
Hey,
up in
thank
here.
you, Bernie. For actually being in the chat.
You guys outright
That is okay.
insta-killed here.
Thanks.
And 4 people just got killed.
Turret's already been shot out. Few guys
What
down.
was your position when they all died?
It's not good. We're listening to the commander try to
where
coordinate
were
them
you
all
at
right
when
now.
You died?
Meanwhile, looks like this group's starting to get organized with some of their vehicles,
You spawned at LZ Bald when you spawned at
getting
the wrong
ready to
position.
defend. Meanwhile, these teams are now heading in. Got a small straggler right here.
Yeah, don't spawn there. Spawn at LZ Alec.
Few stragglers. Yeah, some of them are pilots, but we've got nothing for the pilots right now.
Copy.
Right now, it's just up to Grizzly, who is commanding tonight, to organize everyone as best he can. We got the drone going down.
Grizzly, for the love of God.
And at the main
I'm
insertion, we
sorry.
only have 1 team heading in.
Muzzle your fucking dogs.
I'm sorry.
Heard an explosion in the distance. Looks like they just blew up this vehicle. Still a
Dreams decided to take
single
the pilots,
infantry
that's
unit
fine.
out.
User was moved to your channel.
Hoping they don't. What is this guy doing?
Copy that. So,
they got-
Bill, are you still CSAT or no?
No, I'm pilot.
None of you in here are CSAT?
Nope. Whole
Don't
season
pull
live
that
in the
crap.
recon channel. Because, yeah,
Got it.
little kids.
Yeah, it
pushing.
looks like it's because they have the spawn point right here. They're just instantly
Should immediately
respawning
put
instead of
some on my
waiting for the
shit
medic
list.
to come and heal
Okay.
them, which is wasting the medic's resources.
Break. They got one time Stigris
At least they've captured
and one
that
times
CSAT vehicle.
Kimish at the objective.
I'm gonna mute myself
Be
from
advised.
Sound
TeamSpeak.
muted.
Anyway, it looks like they do have recon getting up on these rocks over here. We have a Tigris down for some static AA defense. Just for, you know, story element. Got a Marid right here. We're gonna decrew it because it looks like the player base wants it. CSAT want to have it. Yep, okay. We'll give it to them then. And it looks like they're also utilizing this Orca. Now what they don't know is that the players on NATO actually have some AA assets via launchers, so we'll see what these guys do with them. But they would definitely... Missile went out. Hits them! Flare's way too late. That came in from the left. And now John is going to be forced to try to land this here. Another missile goes out, hits him in the tail, he goes down. Well, at least these guys now know that NATO are pushing up from the west, and hopefully they can form a defensive line accordingly. Stigris hasn't really given a reaction. I'm going to drag it back a little bit. Now it's turning its guns, trying to look over to where that fire is coming from. But I hope you guys enjoy the stream. I hope everything goes swimmingly. But this is going to be a very long op tonight. There's a lot. There's a lot that's going to be coming in at this western flank. Not how I was planning. I was thinking that the main group would assault from the south, and we'd have only a few guys over here on the eastern flank. But hey, you never know. But it's going to be really up to these guys to hold their assets as best as they can. And I need to do my best to make sure that they're all okay. And if they need anything, they try to, you know, commandeer anything, they can also do that. Looks like these guys are taking the Marid. They're going to try to put it up on this hill over here, try to get some eyes on. That's going to be a very good firing angle. Curious to see where the drone currently is. It's kind of just still not really at the AO. This is going to cost them because they're not going to be able to see this Marid pushing up, and it's going to definitely be able to inflict a few casualties. Looks like the Marid is also turning over and looking right at this squad up here. I wonder if they have any AT, because they could definitely waste that Marid, but looking at all their backs, I don't see anything. Now this Marid's firing at them. This guy needs to get down and get behind cover. No, he gets chewed up. Rocket went out. Someone proved me wrong. Pop goes the Marid. Alright, who was that? Franz Uber with the Titan. Yep, definitely kept that locked down. Very well done. Very well done. But this first objective, it's supposed to be the easiest out of everything taken tonight, so I'm expecting that, you know, this will happen. So we're going to put a few CSAT vehicles, just MRAPs really, to assist these guys. Give them what they can. But yep, CSAT is definitely alerted here. I'm going to put down a respawn reinforce point. And when NATO comes in a bit closer, we will utilize it. But this will be moved up. As soon as they clear this out, this will be turned into a spawn base for them, and we'll see what they do with it. We're going to have some breaching right here. He throws a frag. That's a smart thing to do. It's going to kill him. He's going to go in, confirm the body. Very well done. he still alive? Nope. Alright, he's in a wounded animation. They're firing at me. I'm gonna run up. Set myself up right here. See if they use some 40 Mike to try to weed him out. Or some frags. But he's going to have a really good firing angle right here. I'm gonna bump his skill up a bit. And he immediately goes down by Hunter. Good kill. Looking at the rest of the teams over here. This group is now pushing up. They're gonna see that base. I'm gonna have to move this over into
Liru,
this
can we
fortified
call
area.
in fire support?
Negative, but you can. This is the first objective, so it's meant to be the easiest. But if you need anything, let me know. I believe I'm still set to CSAT.
Okay.
That's why I can hear their comms. All right. So I'm all the way back in Telos right now, letting these guys clear everything out. Try to do the counter breach on him. And I run right into him. Otherwise, they have this, so I'm going to give them this respawn point. So that'll appear. Everyone will know that that'll happen, but now they know that they've taken this little FOB. CSAT won't be aware, so that's also good for balancing. But meanwhile, these guys still pushing up. There's going to be a massive push from this western flank, and they've got support from the east that are overlooking this compound right now. So if they come in and clear this out, this respawn point will go away. And that's going to be very useful for NATO. Anti-static setting herself up to overwatch that compound. She's got a 408 NATO weapon. An LRPS with CSAT Pacific camo, but she's waiting. Doesn't even have the bipod down yet. She's just scouting right now, trying to look for targets of opportunity. But I can assure you, as soon as she starts opening fire, we're going to see some heads drop from this. There it is. Looks like that was just a pot shot. She's firing up at this top area. Some of these guys are looting. Yeah, you can see some of the shots coming in, though. Saw a rocket go out. Looks like that little MRAP that they brought up is down. We have this massive western push now coming in with a drone right above them for support. Tigra's turning its guns. Looks like it's following Wolf. Now it's looking over at Husk. Multiple missiles coming in. Looks like they're hitting these compounds right at Striker. Good God, he's going to want to jump down. He also has a Lynx. Alright, so CSAT are going for power weapons. But now these turrets are going to fire back. Definitely pin down NATO a bit. They've already taken one casualty. They got some pilots up that are helping with smokes. Overall, these turrets aren't really... Oh, I spoke too soon. Bullet tears right through two people, killing them both. There's going to be a lot of suppressing fire coming in. What NATO really has to do is attack from all three directions at the same time. Really divide the AI and get their attention, as well as decrew some of these turrets. Bill, pilots, I would say no, because you're actively in the assault right now. But afterwards, when you finally get air assets after the second objective, then yes. Now, what is this eastern group really waiting for? I mean, to be honest, they should hear that most of the fire is coming in, most of the stuff's going down. They should really load up in this vehicle, push down, and secure that FOB, because that'll then turn into a Blue 4 respawn point. Pumpkin being a bit cheeky here on top of the platform with his suppressed rifle. Pros and cons of that, you're a giant open target, but you get sight to everything. So now this group is actually moving up to assist this group. Not the best idea, because this is on a giant open hill. This guy is being suppressed as hell right now. I think that's John McClane firing up at him to keep him down. Very good thing to do. But it looks like this group doesn't even have a medic. which is why they're pushing this group around for that medikit. He's asking for the Tigris, so I'm going to give it to him, but that's exactly what I was looking for. RPG gets fired. Fired right in the heart of this group, taking down Norwegian. Rab needs to be very careful. He's one of the most vital assets around. More HE RPG fire coming in. He's moving that turret around. This is not going to end well for NATO. Pumpkin gets sniped up the top. Now he's searching for targets. I'm not sure why NATO isn't pushing any units up to this hill to support, and this group should really be pushing in. I mean, what we're seeing is a large push. A lot of casualties just dealt, most likely from that Tigris, but what needs to be seen is a push on all three flanks. As I've said, we've really just got a team overwatching right here, not really doing anything. And we have another team, they've pushed a few guys up to clear this compound, but again, they're not really doing anything. However, if they do take this compound, they will cut off CSAT spawn. CSAT spawn. If I get hiccups live on stream, I'm going to slap myself. You just hear that Tigris fire. You see a dead trooper right there. Looks like Pumpkin is looking around. He's going to go back for that car. He could easily get sniped, but I know these guys probably don't want to give away their position too soon. It's also possible that some of the AI might have spotted them and then given that data to their map. Still a large variant of fire. Rocket goes in and takes down the Tigris. I was waiting for that to happen. Ratkin looks like he got out of it knowing that that would happen. He's going to try to climb up into this building. Meanwhile, John McClane, he's pushing up. He's going to try to take a few of them out. Very admirable. Still on this eastern squad, they are, I guess, watching these two players move back and take this vehicle right here. I'm going to delete that pile of stuff. What do we have down over here? Mirages is pushing up. Looks like a few rockets have gone off, but yeah, this squad really needs to push in and assist. Drone being maneuvered over this FOB now. Looking at it map-wise, it looks like they're still firing missiles back and forth with each other, but nothing else is really going on. Missile just went out to Pumpkin Cat's car. He's still okay. Yeah, we're seeing multiple missiles being fired and dropped around each other, but nothing really killing people. I don't think these guys have also found the cache of vehicles, which I find quite funny. Just proves they haven't really looked in the AO. Another rocket tries to go in and hit this oh, that's not going to end well. Looks like they're getting Nemesis up. But it looks like CSAT's also figured out if they have medikits, they can heal each other. Anyone with a medikit. So they're able to get Nemesis up. But if a rocket hits that vehicle, I'm worried it'll also blow up the building and possibly some of these assets for NATO. Another rocket goes out and destroys this vehicle. But what we also need to teach is that if NATO blows up all the vehicle assets, how are they supposed to get to the next base? It'll take me time to airlift those assets. Meanwhile, John McClane, he's up in their field with an auto rifle, and he is just annihilating people. He's on their flank. He's gonna... Rocket went in, nearly killed John. That looks a lot like Pumpkin Cat's RPG. This group, they're now diverting some fire over here. They're noticing there's a tango. They're trying to run to cover here. him behind a rock. One of them goes down. Another one's wounded. He's gonna be medicating. He's down. But yeah, one player. Looks like John gets shot too. He's gonna go in a wounded animation. Someone can go up and finish him off. Meanwhile, Bart is sending himself and a few other guys to take care of him. He's already down, but the damage caused a few good casualties. Very good trade-off for John and NATO. What's that? Still flying the drone around, making sure everything's okay. Now this is going to be interesting because NATO is going to start spawn camping this objective. It's not enough yet, but I'm going to delete it. Be advised, NATO is attacking the first FOB. Respawns there are unavailable. If that enemy NATO team is cleared, respawns will become available again. They are not taking any of the players' shit. They're just going to bomb it with missiles. I love it. Use all of the ordnance you can. It is about 6v50. But the whole point is NATO has all of this ground to cover. All of these objectives to do. And they only have 3.5 hours to do it. CSAT have all the time in the world. And they've got all the gear they want. All the assets they could want. Within reason to stack up the player base. So that, you know, by the time the last few objectives are being done, there's going to be things like Cashman and Blackfoot and everything you can think of in the air. So we got some armed vehicles now at the second AO. And that'll help them push over. But it is a bit early for CSAT to be pushed back. This Western group doing a really good job to suppress this AO and limit spawns. So now it is turning into a bit of a pseudo one life op, or else they're going to have a very big distance to walk. I'm going to even give them an armed orca here and see what they do with it.
Hey, Liru, I could use an arsenal over here.
Roger, I forgot to put that one down. Alright, give me 1 second. Forgot to
Yeah, no problem.
put an arsenal. CSAT. Okay. Done.
Thank you.
And I'll use global chat to tell NATO what else they need to do. But anyway, this team's quiet. Looks like they're waiting out this checkpoint. But as long as they've got, you know, big suppression on it, I can't allow CSAT to spawn right there because then they'll just get camped. Anyway, all these turrets have been decrewed except for one of them, which is in a bit of an awkward position. It's like Nemesis has found the vehicle cache. I'm not sure what he's going to do with it, but also CSAT could very well mine the shit out of this. Oh, Striker Williams getting on the 50 cal, taking out a few guys. Another RPG goes in. Looks like he was able to take down Greek, but no one else. That's tough, and that Striker immediately gets sniped. That's a great reaction by the player base. These guys are just really suppressing each other. Rat King's taking a lot of fire. So he took the ladder. He's going back down. Hearing some more fire. Auntie is watching some of these squads like a hawk, waiting for the next time to strike. Looks like these guys spotted that sniper team off in the distance and took both of them out. Very well spotted, very well done. It's going to remote control that and be a bit of a nuisance, but this group's now swinging around. They need to have a group just push in. Sure, they can take this FOB, but they're just delaying the second group from coming in. Trying to get a read on what NATO is doing. It looks like they're using these two squads to mainly push in. we're not really seeing much other than that. John McClane takes an armed MRAP into the fray. I'm going to stack this place with a few more vehicles because this is definitely going to be where some of the hot action is. Let's give him an Orca. We'll give him a few regular... I did want to put those things on spawn timers, but then NATO would also be able to use them and then use them from respawning, and that wouldn't be too fair. Because if I need to balance something real quick, you know, issues can happen. There's only 3 guys left right here. Still a lot of fire at this main AO, but NATO is being a bit slow to push in. This group hasn't really been doing much. I mean, from the south, looks like they're going to come to this house compound. But I mean for this first one to be easy. I haven't told them this. The real fun isn't going to really start till any of these 3 objectives really kick in. This one's going to be brutal. But it's also if we get to it. Rat King now setting himself up. He is looking at the northern smoke. He's going to take some shots. Got an RCO. He might have actually gotten a kill right there. I also hear Auntie firing off, and I bet it's at the same group. This blue smoke's gonna quickly mark him up. It's definitely making them react. But looking at where Auntie's facing, yep, they're both firing at that northern team to try to suppress him. This squad's still cautiously pushing it. Nope, they're in the same compound. Not really doing anything. Meanwhile, John has got a big render distance up. He's just looking for targets to shoot at on thermals. Other than that, it's still just a bit of a slow start. I'm going to throw in some helicopter reinforcements because they're taking, you know, pretty long. And by now, CSAT would have sent some reinforcements in. So we're going to drop 2 squads in via paradrop. So we're going to make this nice and easy. Helicopters, Taru bench, paradrop. 1 rifle squad, and 1 assault squad. That should be fine. And then they'll come back here and despawn. So literally going to jump from the benches. 16 units are going to reinforce this zone. Should be nice pickings for NATO, but also, you know, add some glimmers of hope for CSAT. Knowing that their commander is watching and is trying to help them as best as he can. Looks like these choppers are going to swing around, actually. Going to try to avoid the hill, then they're going to come in from this western part. Rockets already going out. One of them took a hit. Another rocket. Slim miss, and they're deploying their troops a bit farther than I wanted. Well, I guess you gotta make do with what you got. But paradroppers are gonna be dropped behind enemy lines now. So this will be quite curious to see how NATO reacts to this, because now we got these 16 guys I meant to come in over here. They're now dropped behind enemy lines, so some of these guys, it looks like they are reacting. They're going to swing around and try to deal with them. It's also right next to one of their spawn points, so it looks like the commander's taking some of his units and sending them up as well. That would be Grizzly. Then build a pilot just waiting around. Few of these guys already taking casualties, but now these choppers are gonna fly overhead again, right back to base. Rat Cane in the thick of it here. Grenade goes off. He's still okay. But yeah, he's definitely still looking north. But he's got units literally right on top of him now. Nemesis took a bullet as well. Not sure who's going to be able to help him. Stryker and John now coming over to reinforce with armed CSAT HMGs. We'll see how that works out. These guys are stationed right up here. They even have a guy on their 6 for 360 security. I love it. But if they come right up to this hill, these guys are going to become mincemeat because I don't see any AT on them. Nope, it's because they've been way too slow. Their AT's all the way down here, North Falcon. That's going to really bite them in the ass. Yep, because John, he's literally driving right up to it. They're going to get audio contact and maybe try to hide. Yep, these reinforcements, a lot too many of them landed in the ocean. Now they're just being picked off. This NATO team also pushing him, but I really want to see what happens with this. John's going to immediately switch the gun. You need to fire it off before that gun gets disabled. It's already disabled. Too late. Lost his advantage. He's going to need to try to run him over now. Nope. He's going to hide behind his vehicle. That is easy grenade bait, my friend. They could then run their vehicle over. Fires at Gavalor, takes him down. But he gets shot as well. Interesting trade-off right there. He had to jump on him, but he couldn't pull it off. Now this southern group's also starting to move in. Good. Multiple flanks coming in. I don't see Rat King. No, Rat King was actually able to get back and heal Nemesis. Now they've got all of these vehicle assets to use. Yet they're sticking on foot. I wonder if they have them bugged or something with explosives. Honestly, if I was CSAT, and they do have an explosive specialist, Stryker, I would have mined the hell out of these. Set some sort of trap. Chicken trying to be sneaky here. Take shots from Auntie from the looks of that round. Yep, calls it out. It's like these guys are going to try to hold this vehicle compound, but they're also going to bring NATO's attention to it, which is also bad. Because then NATO can use these assets. I was also expecting to see a little bit more explosives use. Looks like we're still waiting on that. But hey, maybe they did rig up some stuff in this objective. We'll have to see. Chicken comes up, is immediately shot dead by Nemesis and Rat King, and now NATO's just suppressing the hell out of this building. I just took a glance at the chat and I have no idea what's going on. Gaxman, I think he's hunting snipers right now. He's very close to Auntie's position, and Auntie's just right up here with her sniper. One of the best positions she could be in. Takes a shot. And gets a kill. These guys never stood a chance. It's like John and Stryker are meeting back up. Few more shots. Auntie gets hit with something. There's not really anyone near her that'll be able to bring her back. What are these guys doing? They're gonna hide in some of these vehicles with the turrets. Wow. Talk about fucking Alamo. I love the ingenuity here. They know that CSAT have shown NATO that they are in this building. They're shooting at a body to make sure it's dead, but now they have both of these sides locked down. I love it. It's going to be very curious to see the poor bastard that walks into that building first. It's not going to end well for him. Now NATO's really just kind of swarming around this objective, but it is not secure. This base is still kind of taken. They're asking me what the medical system is. They're even shooting rockets at it. It's the vanilla medical system. There's no mods on, guys, and you should know my script rant by now. That's okay, they'll figure it out. Slim Monkey getting in this vehicle. I hope he's telling his guys properly PID and not fire at it. Not sure who just fired, because Nemesis is now out of that vehicle. He's prepping these as barricades. Love it. So another rocket go out. Hits that. Yeah, again, they're just blowing up some of their future assets. That's not good, but Slim's going to bring this back. They're going to use this transport. Or he might get horrifically team killed. If we see Slim Monkey die, we'll know what the reason was. But yeah, now these guys know that there's units up here, so Striker's going to be pushing up. Looks like John's going to try to retake as a distraction. Here's what I'm going to do. Respawn. Fuck, where's the respawn system? Ah! Oops. Be advised, since NATO hasn't really tried to do anything except harass the FOB, you can now respawn at it again. Ah, look at this, they're doing a drive-by. Through suppression, they're trying to buy Striker some time to get in place and outflank him, but he's not in position yet. And they don't know about this team right here, so this AT, the PCML, is getting ready. It's gonna get a lock. There goes the missile. Right on him. Takes him down. Tough for John McClane and his gunner, because they would not have known about this group, and just luck of the draw that that AT weapon was ready. The hell was that? This guy, Douglas, just fired a missile. He's firing more missiles. Right at his friends. Someone needs to tell him to check fire. And now he's just blindly firing at this group. I have no idea what he's doing. Ay, here. Should I tell him he's friendly firing, or should we just let it happen? Because this ain't good. That's not good to see at all. Some of these guys now going in the tower to suppress, but these guys still waiting. Right at these barricaded areas. I love the determination here. Alright, I think he was able to radio in that was friendly. They're now coming in. They sorted that. That's good. That's good. Hearing some more fire coming in. Now we're getting some real suppressions here. Rocket went out. I'm going to let this stand, because if they want to stay here and get spawn camp, that's completely up to them. But NATO really needs to push a group up in here. If they put some guys close to here, made it look like they were going to push units in here, I would have kept the spawn point gone. Because to me, it's just, they're just kind of, you know, overwatching shit. They have no intention of really taking it. Missiles going back and forth now as they trade with power weapons. The only issue is CSAT has this remote arsenal. They're being heavily suppressed. Auntie's trying to roll around here, get another shot. I hope these guys are overwatching all of these angles, because otherwise Auntie's going to definitely get a few kills. She's a really good marksman. Looking back at the A over here, Bartle immediately gets shot dead when he tries to go up here. I would be willing to say that was friendly fire, because there's no way a CSAT trooper has an angle up here, or any CSAT AI. That had to have been friendly fire. Which means someone wasn't properly PIDing, because he's not being a bushwookie or anything. Yeah, that's a shame. Now, is the medic going to go all the way up there and carry him, or what? He goes down immediately. We still have this, that barricaded vehicle group. Making a few more shots. They're definitely trying to bait them in here. Rab goes down. Ah, it's by the... That useless 50 cal is now seeing some action. Who would have thought? I thought this thing was going to be worthless. He gets sniped off, but he still manages to take out a few guys, including the medic. And Grizzly was also close by. God, if their commander was taken out, that would have been horrible. Dream's now pushing up. Vaulting over some grass. Immediately starts firing through. He hears the footsteps and he takes Dreams out. Oh man, that's gonna be tough. Yep, there's been some trading. The medic went down. But that FOB spawn point also goes away if this main objective gets taken. And this is kind of the last resistance here. Nemesis just slowly suppressing that spot.
Hey, Liru, is there any way we can get a static or something we can deploy to help us?
You got a full arsenal.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we do have a full arsenal. This guy's just lollygagging. Rocket goes out. They blow up one of these vehicles. I don't even know what to watch here. He might have just ran out of ammo. He's gonna have to open that entire door and then go up and try to shoot it. Yep, so he opens it. Nemesis is gonna notice and start firing. Someone needs to get an angle or a rocket in there. That's a very good angle to fire at it. Otherwise, Nemesis is now holding the corner. Sorry, Rat King's in the turret. Nemesis now, I'm sorry, Rat King now just suppressing that area. Nemesis still looking forward. Grenades are being thrown in here. Some smokes, anything they can to distract, because these guys are preventing this base from being taken. This is the last point of resistance here. Nemesis now pushing out with his auto rifle, manages to get Kristoff. But this is just a perfect example of choke point holding, if you can believe that exists in Arma 3. Honestly, someone needs to just pop this thing off with a rocket from a distance. That's all they need to do, and it looks like Maverick trying to do that. There it is. There it is. Now some mortars being deployed. Be advised, we have lost the power plant. Looks like they are organizing an A-10 strike at the FOB next to the power plant right now. Recommend you try to fall back. teleport myself. So that's a failure. That's a success. Fire support, fire support. Need to teleport myself. Switch my side. So I'm gonna put myself right over here.
Man, this is Alpha.
Now we can also get
Send
a
it Alpha.
small...
Our secret is out. They've been fucking us up, so we're reinserting back up to that hilltop and we'll re-engage the players.
Copy. Objective complete, boys. We're getting an arsenal here.
Grizzly, this is your commander. We're gonna A-10 strike that enemy compound real quick. And fly you in some assets.
Copy that. All units set up a defensive perimeter around the power station.
Do you still want Delta to head toward that objective? I'm
Yes.
sorry, Bravo.
You're Bravo.
My bad.
Copy. Charlie is going to be holding the south.